Hello, folks. Welcome from Louisiana, and welcome to Stuart Picard.
Oh, from Yorkshire.
From Yorkshire, England, in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. We are meeting across the ocean to talk about a beer that is also from across the ocean, or the sea, from England, and it is Peroni Nastro Azzuro. Peroni Nastro Azzuro was introduced in 1963, and it is brewed in Italy. And you did
two Peronis, isn't there? There's the Peroni, which is 4.7, and this is the 5.1. Like you say, it was reintroduced the brand to the new market.
Yeah, it was introduced in 1963, although the company was founded in 1846.
Yeah.
Before there was even a country of Italy. There was the region of Italy, but there was not a united Italy until 1860. So this beer predates Italy, the modern Italy.
I'm going to open my beer with an hockey puck.
Hockey puck. And I'm going to open mine with just a regular old beer opener. All right.
There you go.
Now, my bottle is 11.2 ounces, 330 milliliters.
I think mine is the same size. Doesn't say. Oh, right, 500 mil.
500.
Yeah, we're on offer. 3 different lagers for £5 sterling.
Yeah, I don't think we get those large bottles here. It says Tradition e Naturalite. I guess that means tradition and
natural tradition.
Yeah, natural tradition. Birra Peroni, 1846. Birra Superior. I guess that means superior beer. And it says at the top, Preparata e imbottigliata in Italia. Dalla Birra Peroni Roma. Okay, so it's prepared and bottled in Italy, in Rome.
Yeah, mine says the same. It's imported by Miller Brands. Here in the UK, it's SAB-Miller House.
It's an SAB-Miller brand, for how long I'm not sure, for a few years. It says, tutti ingredienti naturali. That means totally natural ingredients. And it says here, my bottle is good until March 15, 2015. So
Mine's July.
They put the date, guys.
Yep. Not a lot of breweries put dates on bottles.
Yeah, they should. Why is it hard to put a date?
I mean, a lot of craft beers and craft lagers don't put dates on bottles because they don't see the point. And some don't even put ABV.
No.
Which kind of made me mad when I went to Missouri. A lot of the American craft beers weren't even listed for the ABV.
No, I don't know why they do that. Well, this is a beautiful looking beer. It's golden, straw golden. I see some bubble streams, and if you look carefully, and I have some good light today, I can see tiny little sediment.
Well, it's getting dark here at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. You know, I was looking on the Peroni website, and there's a bunch of Peroni beers that we don't get, and I don't know if you get them either. There's like a Peroni Original, Peroni.
Well, the Peroni Original is the one that's 4.7.
Yeah, comes in a.
We didn't get it, but now that this is becoming more popular, this is basically the one that everybody buys.
Yeah, we don't. We only get the Nastro Azzuro, and to my knowledge, that's all we've ever gotten. Let me see that glass again.
I'm using my Cazelle glass.
Yeah, if you look on their website, they recommend using a. How do you say it? Stang.
Stang.
And there's a beautiful Peroni Stang. I guess a person could order that glass.
Well, I've got the glass in my cellar. If I go get it, I'll show you.
Okay, I'll keep talking. If you look on the Peroni website, there are some other Peroni beers. There's the original. There's two other variants, and then there's the Peroni Grand Reserva, which is all malt, 100% malt. They use no maize. This beer has been out for 51 years, this particular brand. They use two-row spring planted barley malt. So two-row barley malt, which is the more expensive variety. 0.25 or 25% maize with a proprietary variety from a company, Nostrano del Isola. And the company they buy their corn or maize from has farms exclusively for Peroni in Lombardy and the Veneto regions, or Venetia. So Lombardy and the Venice area. So special all Italian grown barley malt, or barley which they malt. Special proprietary corn, water, proprietary yeast.
Right.
Stuart, I was describing the ingredients. You know, I was doing some research, and I was telling the audience about the special proprietary corn or maize. Special yeast.
I've been to Italy, and they do take everything into excellent category. I mean, all the ingredients and everything else is prepared really well.
Right. It is true that Peroni Nastro Azzurro. Oh, let me see that stain. Oh, let me see.
This is the original one.
Okay.
And this is the last one I actually managed to get.
Oh, that's fabulous.
But I think they've just relaunched a new glass for it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I think I had another variation of it somewhere, but the problem is I've got like 200 plus glassware.
Oh.
That took me so long to find.
Oh. Well, that's amazing. Well, yeah, you know, Peroni is a mass-produced beer, right? And so some people look at it this way. If it's mass-produced, it's automatically inferior in some ways. Like, you can't make a lot of it and make it well. Where I think if we do research, we'll find that Peroni does a lot of it, and they also do it well, and they're very careful about protecting the quality.
I mean,
Beer
I
Peroni.
just took the first mouthfeel, and I forgot how good Peroni is. I mean, I do prefer Beer Marotte, but that tastes real nice.
The aroma's nice. I didn't pick up any skunk.
No, I mean, a lot of people say because it's in a green bottle or a clear bottle. Well, that's nice, refreshing.
The aroma's very. Do you pick up that sweet barley malt in the aroma and that grass hops?
For real, yeah. I mean, it's so hard to pick aromas from lagers, and the reason being is because it's chilled so long and brewed at a certain temperature. The aromas are very neutral. I mean, it's the same with if you get a stout. If you chill it down, you can't hardly smell any of that beer. Same with an IPA, it neutralizes a lot of the aromas.
But now those ales that you're describing are beers that you typically want to drink at a little warmer temperature. But they recommend lagers to be pretty well chilled, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of lagers are used for like hot temperatures. Like in Spain, they recommend you drink like San Miguel water because it's too warm to eat majority of the time, and it's too warm to just drink water all the time, and you don't get any food. So if you're drinking like lagers and stuff like that, it's better for you because it gives you this supplement that you need.
Yeah, it's healthier than just straight water. Yeah.
That is nice.
It's got a beautiful sweet flavor, but it's not overly sweet. It's almost like a perfectly balanced beer. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, there's the other thing that the Italians, I mean, I don't know if you've met them in Louisiana or on your trips. They take pride in everything they do. And if you go, they're very fashionable, they're very artistic. We've had a couple of lagers over the past couple of months, haven't we? I mean, we've had Budweiser, Sapporo, and they've all been good in their own way, but this is nice.
Yeah, I think this one is a little bit higher quality.
Yeah.
It's a little more,
really good.
a little more expensive, of course, but then you get what you pay for, right?
I mean, some of the other beers that we're going to look at in the upcoming weeks and such, like Grolsch and what's the other one we're looking at?
Birra Moretti.
Oh, Birra and stuff like that. I mean, they're all owned by sister groups, father groups and stuff like SAB-Miller. But that doesn't mean, because they're by SAB-Miller, it doesn't mean that they're an inferior product. I mean, you taste that, that's nice.
Beautiful. Now, I've been drinking Peroni since 1996, long before they were bought out, and I have not detected any diminished quality at all.
Yeah, I think the only time the reason is it helps distribution of that beer. That's what it is.
Yeah. The grassy hoppiness is really fine. It's got a really what you would call subtle but yet appropriate hop bitterness to back up the sweet malts. And I think it would pair so well with spicy food, especially, or like spicy pasta, spaghetti, pasta, and meatballs with maybe some mushrooms and
oh yeah. I mean, I do say majority of the time that Birra Moretti is my favourite Italian beer with food because it's so malty, but this is more sharper, more flavoursome by itself, whereas Birra Moretti works really well with food.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
this. This would work well with a light dish like salad or fish. Fish would work really nice for this.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that, fish.
I mean, you're a massive fan of fish delicacy.
Yeah.
You probably should just. I mean, what kind of fish would you pair with this Peroni?
I would think that grilled flounder with butter, grilled flounder, broiled flounder. You put it in a broiler with butter. Yeah. Also, it probably would go very well with charbroiled oysters.
I don't really like fish, but you're making me hungry for fish.
Probably crab meat salad.
Yeah, I mean,
I could think of a lot of things.
Crab and oysters and what's the ones in mussels?
Yeah.
Mussels is popular in Sardinia where I've been. And the first time I tried it, my sister and my sister-in-law were like, try it, provide it, try. And I go, I don't like seafood, but I'll have a go. So I'm there with this, like that. I go, that's 5 out straight back up, because I'm not used to that kind of like oily, this sleekness. But I can see it pairing well with it.
Yeah, when a friend of mine and myself, we went to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas in 2001, and they have what they call cracked conch, which is like a mussel. It's a big, and they cut it up. They cut up the tail, the mussel, and they usually fry it. And I think this would go real well with cracked conch also. Anyway, we could sit here and name a lot of foods, but I just think
starters, main courses. What kind of dessert would you pair it with?
I'm not really one to pair beer with dessert. I usually like to eat dessert with like coffee or milk or hot tea, but I'm not sure about that. But
no, I don't think so either. It'd be more of a starter main course beer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but boy, it's fabulous, and I'd like to try all the other Peroni varieties like that Grand Reserva, which is 100% barley malt. Now, let's talk for a minute about the corn, the maize. You know, that's a controversial topic, beers that have corn or rice added. But with Peroni Nastro Azzuro, that has always been the ingredient, and I believe not as just a filler, but as an enhancement to the flavor.
Yeah. I remember what that Nastro Azzuro means. Doesn't it mean blue ribbon or something?
Yeah.
And it was basically their racing cars. And it means a blue ribbon. I mean, you follow a lot of sports. What is a blue ribbon in a sport? Is it the first prize?
First place.
Yeah.
And this beer was made in honor of a sporting event in which an Italian sportsman won a first place ribbon, and he was very popular and well known in Italy. If you get on the Peroni website, there's a big description of why they call it blue ribbon. In America, we have Pabst Blue Ribbon, of course, but you know, corn. I think almost I would like to do a video one day with some people about corn, or maize as they call it in Europe, because you know, that's an ingredient in beer for a long time. Like, let's think about a very now Peroni. Some people may say, "Oh, that's just junk," you know. But let's think about a beer that even the most pretentious people enjoy, which is Lef, right, from Belgium. Lef Blonde, Lef Brun, which I saw you did the Brun. That uses flaked maize or cornflakes in the ingredient. And it's a wonderful. I think Lef is fabulous personally. So it's not necessarily.
I had Lef here for ages, and then again I purchased it local supermarket. It went offer.
Now, of course, the cheaper beers use corn syrup. So, you know, you're not going to get as good of a flavor with some beer with corn syrup, I don't suppose. But when they're using the flaked maize, you might get a little better product. I didn't want to bring up a huge controversy, but it's interesting, especially since this beer is made with that ingredient. But
the Italians pride themselves on natural ingredients.
I would recommend that any viewer who's interested or has the time to get on the Peroni website, and there's about 3 different sites you can access, by the way. SAB-Miller, Peroni, and I think there's also a Peroni Nastro Azzuro website. And they are very detailed. They give extremely detailed information about each ingredient used. It's not, it takes you a little while to read it. It's not just some thrown together thing.
No, what I think happens is basically a lot of people think it's a lager, so it's basically badly made, cheaply made. That's not always the case, because a lot of companies spend a lot of money making sure they produce the best lager in the world. I mean, Carlsberg even say probably the best lager in the world. Peroni call themselves Blue Ribbon. Pabst call themselves Blue Ribbon. Budweiser call themselves King of Beers, and they wouldn't give themselves that moniker if they didn't put all that effort into making that beer.
Yes, and you've remarked in the past that lagers are very difficult to produce. And
yeah, and they're very expensive because they take longer to produce, and a lot of real and craft breweries can't make these because they have to make beers then, just to feed the profit.
Yeah. And another thing, you know, you can tell the inferior lagers. In America, and I don't know about England, but in America we get these cheap off-brand, we call them off-brand or store-brand lagers. They're always about 20% cheaper than your regular beers, and
yes,
they are ghastly. You can tell that they're cheaply made with cheap ingredients with not a lot of care. And
exactly.
but they never rise up to the standard of a Peroni Nastro Azzurro or a Weihenstephaner original or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just put them all the beers in one category, don't they? End of the day, and they've got to remember that those beers that you mentioned are made for a certain market. People that can't afford to buy top dollar beers can't afford to brew their own beer, or they haven't got time to do it. So they make these mass, cheaply made beers, and even though they make them, they even tell you on the can that it's been cheaply made with the ingredients involved.
Yeah, they have people that every penny counts, and I guess in their case they have to drink that, and I guess maybe they don't enjoy it, but they tolerate it. You know what I mean? But
I mean, what's the one that cost us quite a lot? What we reviewed, it's Sapporo.
Oh, what a beautiful beer!
Yeah, and that is expensive beer, not only because of the product that it comes in, but also the amount of quality that goes into the beer as well. And they wouldn't sell it at that price if it was cheaply made.
No, and I think there are and I'm a lot like you, Stuart. There are so many, and what I mean is this: there are so many stouts, imperial stouts, cream stouts, dry stouts, India Pale Ales, double India Pale Ales, Belgian style ales, brown ales. You know, I can keep saying styles, names, styles, all day that we love. That we love, right? We love them. We love them.
A lot of craft breweries try to top themselves by saying this is an imperial stout aged in baby unicorn barrels. This beer is made within the skin of a seal that has been flying around the earth in a hot air balloon. And what they really need to do is brew a beer that you can drink 10 times and it will be the same beer. And Peroni, Budweiser, Sapporo, Pabst can all say they can do that.
Right. Now, the point I'm trying to make though is that yes, we like all these beers made in a circus tent through a time machine back to the Roman Empire in the presence of the Emperor Domitian and all of that. Yes, we like all that. But what we're also saying is that a beer like Peroni can actually, in fact, go toe to toe, and compete with some of those extremely expensive beers. I mean, it's just.
I mean, we was trying to an American on my Facebook, Mr. Thomas Shipman from the Beer Drinkers United.
Oh, right, right.
He drinks all kinds of craft beer, but he still goes back to drinking beers like Peroni. Is it Three Kings or Little Kings?
Oh, Little Kings Cream Ale. Yeah.
He goes back to drinking that. And so many other lagers. Tom Mulvihill, he goes back to drinking lagers as well, even though he drinks. I mean, the other day he was drinking 1050 Imperial Stout, and that's one of the best stouts out there. And the point is, you can drink all these Imperial stuff, but you drink that 10 times, and you drink the 1050, say, example, Imperial Stout. That will always taste the same 10 times. It will always taste good. The 1050 Imperial Stout will be different all 10 times. And to brew a beer that can do that, that's what the challenge is, really.
Yeah, and if someone was to ask me, let's say a person asked me, what would be a good Italian beer to drink? I've never had an Italian beer. I would definitely have Peroni on the list. Not to say that I couldn't name 10 others. There are lots of Italian beers that are wonderful, and there are very good craft beers from Italy, like the Colesi Nera Emperor Ale and Colesi Nera La Rosa. But then a lot of people don't want to pay $8 for a bottle, you know, so.
But the majority of the time, you can buy that same beer brewed from your local brewery for half the price, but you pay, what you end up paying is you're paying for the hype.
The hype.
You're not paying for beer.
The hype. And hype doesn't always taste so good.
No, I mean, I've had loads of beers that people have recommended to me. I've left for ages. I thought, I'm going to save that for a special time. Get to open it. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. But you paid $9 for a bottle for something that was all right. Well, anyway, it was interesting looking at this Peroni Nastro Azzurro. It is definitely, like, you know, Tom Mulvihill, you brought him up. He usually uses this rating: buy again or not buy again. It's definitely a buy again for me.
And me.
And so we got Birra Moretti coming up next, and that'll be pretty exciting, I think.
Yeah, either next week or week after, whichever.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking forward to it. Okay,
thank you, folks, for watching this video production. And y'all come on down to New Orleans, and Stuart's going to tell us to...
Take care. Bye-bye.
You take care.